Welcome to the Nifty Chicks. In this episode, I'm going to be walking you through one of the most popular NFT marketplaces, Openc, where you can buy, sell, and create your own NFTs. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Nifty Chicks. I'm Jenna Kozodoy, and I'll be walking you through how to navigate one of the most popular NFT marketplaces called Openc. Now, you may be thinking, there are so many NFT marketplaces. Why am I focusing on Openc? Well, on my screen, you'll see that Openc is the leader in trading volume by a substantial amount. To this day, Openc has done $23.5 billion worth of trading volume. In second place, you'll see that LooksRare is there with $18.16 billion. Now, it's not the largest in trader volume. If you were to click here, you're going to see that Axie Infinity actually has more traders on the platform than Openc. And Atomic Market is in third place with just over 1 million traders. But going back to trading volume, Openc is the leader by a lot. If you go to the 30-day mark, you'll see that Openc is still in first place with $2.64 billion. In the 7-day mark, though, you'll notice that LooksRare actually takes first place with $707 million in trading volume. Back to the 24-hour mark, though, you'll see that Openc is back in first with $109 million in trading volume. And in the last hour alone, you'll see that Openc has done $4.28 million in trading volume, while LooksRare, who is in second place, has done just under 700,000. That is a substantial difference right there. Okay, so to navigate to Openc, you can open up your favorite browser and type in openc.io in the search bar. You can also type in openc.com. It will take you to openc.io. And also you can use www.openc.com or .io. Either way, you end up here on the Openc homepage. Now, I did say you can use your favorite browser, but remember, if you do actually plan to buy or sell or create your own NFTs, you do want to make sure that you're using the browser you used to set up your MetaMask. So if you haven't set up your MetaMask yet, go to our episode. Minty Cell did a fabulous episode on how to set up a MetaMask in your favorite browser. And you can watch that to get set up with a digital wallet, which you can then connect to openc.io. Okay, so here we are on the homepage. Now, top of the bar, if you have a collection in mind that you want to search, you can go ahead and in this top navigation bar, type in the project that you are interested in. So if I were to write in Women Rise, you'll see that Women Rise pops up here in the collection. And one of the things I want to mention to you is that by this blue check mark, this is Openc's way of verifying the collection, meaning that according to Openc, this is the legitimate collection. Now you'll notice that when I type in Women Rise, let's do that again. Really, this is the only collection that pops up right on top. So there's really no question or confusion as to whether this is the legitimate collection. However, you'll notice that if you type in a collection like CryptoPunks, you'll see that CryptoPunks, also the legitimate one that's verified, does pop up. But if I were to just type in CryptoPunks and hit enter, you'll see that there are tons of collections of either CryptoPunks or kind of art that is taken from CryptoPunks that may or may not be legitimate. So you'll see that the first collection that pops up is the legitimate collection. It is verified by Openc here with this blue check mark. That means that it is the legitimate collection. So you are safe and good to go if you were to go ahead and buy or sell any of these CryptoPunks here. But you'll notice that if you go here down the collection line, you do start to get collections that look like the CryptoPunks, but they're not the CryptoPunks. And to know whether this is or this is not the CryptoPunk collection that you hear and see in the news, it is not verified. Therefore, just, I wouldn't say stay clear of those collections, but just do your diligence and do your research and make sure that it is the collection that you actually want to be trading. Okay, so back to the home screen. If you do not have a collection in mind and you just want to surf around and look at fabulous art or collections, you can do so right on the home page. So you'll see that you've got notable drops here. If you click on this button here, you can go through some of the most popular and notable drops that are happening at this moment on OpenSea. I just happen to love this guy. He is fabulous. So scrolling down here even further, you've got the top collections listed here and shown here. If it defaults to the last 7 days, but if you are interested to see what the most popular and top collections are in the last 24 hours, you can just go ahead and change that, and it shows you a list of the most popular and top collections there. If you're saying, you know what, I want to buy something, I'm not quite sure where I want to start, you can click on this trending in all categories. These are the categories that OpenSea has deemed to be categories. So if you are interested in sports, you can go ahead and click on that. And the more trendy sports categories and collections are listed here and shared here. You can scroll through some options here. Here, if you keep scrolling down, you can see it walks you through how to create and sell your own NFTs. We'll get to that in a moment. And then resources. OpenSea is actually user-friendly. I believe personally that it is user-friendly. So if you have any questions, there's a lot of resources, especially up here, a help center that's fabulous, a blog. It's got a whole bunch of stuff that you can check out if you want some more direction. If you just want to browse and say, you know what, I'm interested in collectibles, but I'm not sure what I want to buy, you can go ahead and click on these collectible marks and it brings you to some of the most common and popular collections of NFTs. Now, one of the more fun things that I like to do in any spare time is go to the Explore tab. I am not a huge social media person. If you've seen my social media sites, I am working on it, but I am not there yet. So this is a source of fun for me. While everyone is surfing through and scrolling through TikToks and Instagrams, this is what I do. I surf through collections. I just find them to be a lot of fun, and I get to do some paper trading. If you don't know what that is, that means if there's a collection that you see that you are interested in buying, but you're like, I'm a little skeptical, I'm not quite confident yet that it's where I want to put my hard-earned dollars, then you can paper trade. You can literally choose an NFT, you can mark it down on a piece of paper of how much you would have spent on it and when. And then in a week, check to see if that same NFT is worth the same amount of value or if it's gone up or down. You can start gut checking your instincts when it comes to investing in NFTs. Okay. So this is the Explore page. You can go to the top collections. You can go to the top in the art category, the collectibles category, the domain names, the music category, which is becoming huge. I see more and more artists are getting into the NFT space, utilizing various songs and one songs, maybe songs that had never been released. Then you've got the photography. I absolutely love these guys. They're so great. It's just a bunch of pictures of apes up close and personal. How cool is that? You've got sports, you've got trading cards, you've got utility and virtual worlds, which, may be another term for the metaverse or virtual worlds within the metaverse. So like I said, I tend to scroll through. The Explore page is where I spend some of my time, but the majority of my time is spent on stats. So I look at this multiple times a day. I may have a slight addiction to this page, but either way, I'm going to show you kind of why I use it. So I'm very curious as to where the projects are going and where projects are soaring, what projects are dropping in trading volume, what's going on in the NFT collection world. So here in the top NFTs, I typically go in the last 24 hours. The NFT space moves so fast. So looking at a 7-day trading volume may be valuable to you. I find more value in looking at the 24-hour mark, I want to know what's happening now. So here, across all categories, because I'm not picky, I spread the love in all categories. When it comes to chains, so you'll notice that OpenSea utilizes Ethereum. For the longest time, it was only Ethereum. It's now added a few other chains, but most of my trading is in Ethereum. Most of my wallets hold Ethereum. So therefore, I typically only, not always, but I tend to stick to Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, you'll see, has a lot of gas fees, has very, very high gas fees. We talked about that in an episode of what gas fees mean, but it is essentially a transaction cost. So most people in the NFT space, I wouldn't say most, but a lot of friends of mine who are in the NFT space avoid Ethereum for their high gas fees. I'm not there yet. I still enjoy using Ethereum, but either way, I'm gonna choose back to all chains so you can see these here. So in the last 24 hours, you can see that this collection, Azuki, has the highest trading volume, meaning the most amount of NFTs are selling for the most amount of dollars. You'll see here, once you click into a collection, you'll see that this collection has 10,000 items. A lot of the major collections have 10,000 items, but you'll see that a lot of projects are diversifying away from this 10,000 kind of classic collection and perhaps going to 2,000 or 7,500. But either way, you can see how many items a collection has here under the items list or number. Here you can see the amount of owners there are per this collection. So one of the theories is that the fewer owners for a sold out collection, the more valuable it is. Meaning if one person held all of the CryptoPunks in the world, it would be nearly impossible for a second person to get a CryptoPunk unless they bought it from that one person. But if 10,000 people owned a CryptoPunk, well, then it's highly liquid at any point in given time. Somebody's most likely willing to sell. So therefore it's deemed as less valuable. So in a project there, you'll see that the ratio of owner to items is something that is talked about. The floor price is a pretty big factor on projects. A lot of people put a lot of weight on how successful a project is by their floor price. As mentioned in one of the most recent episodes of the Nifty Chicks, we talked about what floor price means, which is the cheapest NFT that is listed at this point. And you can see the trading volume for this entire project here. Just below, you can see a little description of the project. More often than not, you can, this description does have links that you can go to their website and visit that here. And then just below that, you'll see these are the collection items. These are the NFTs within this project. Really cool art. I actually happen to like this project a lot. But there you are. Okay. So things that you can do, you can click here and add it to a watch list, meaning you're going to get alerted as to many of the changes within the project. You can link straight to the website if the project has done so. You can click this here and go to the website. You can join their Discord by clicking here. You can follow their Instagram or at least visit their Instagram page by clicking here. And then you can see the Ether scan, which is essentially the ledger and the proof of this project. So if you wanted to kind of look underneath the hood per se, you can do that here. So one of the things I'm going to take you through, so back to the stats here, in that 24-hour mark, you've got the volume, the total trading volume. You've got the 24-hour mark, whether the project is moving in an upward direction or a downward direction, or perhaps it's such a new project that it is not even tracked at this point. So I always tend to look at the 24 and the 70 mark to see where these projects are going. You'll see that this project is an example of a project that is moving in the upward direction. So this catches my eye. This one is interesting. So in the 7-day mark, it is moved in the downward direction as far as trading volume, but in the last 24 hours, so they've done something to warrant a nearly 400% increase in trading volume. Here you can see the floor price listed for all of these top projects. You can see the owner to item ratio here. You'll see there's a lot of 10,000 project marks, but some that are even higher than that, some that are lower. Okay, so that takes you through the stacks in the activity. This is a giant dump of all of the activity in the NFT space. You'll see a giant list of all of the trading activity. You can see that things are happening in the seconds. If I were to refresh this page, you'll see that it continues to refresh with the most recent sales here. So you can see all of the activity that's happening on OpenSea at any given time here. Okay. So that takes you through the rankings and the activities and the explore page. Resources, as I mentioned, definitely check out the resources. Here you can see if you are interested in buying an NFT, it shows you, walks you through how to purchase NFTs on the various chains. How do you make an offer? How do you buy fixed price NFTs? Is there a minimum bid requirement? Where can I check the history of NFTs? If you are interested in selling your NFTs, this is where you can find kind of step-by-step instructions on how to sell an NFT. And it's a really great instructional outlay and user-friendly. So I would strongly encourage, if you want that level of detail, to check out the resources page, and it will walk you through basically everything that you want to do. Okay, so back to the home page. One thing I want to talk through is how to determine what NFT within a project you want. So what I'm going to do here is open up the Women Rise collection just as an example. These are all the beautiful NFTs within her collection. And you can filter on the left-hand side. So if you are interested in buying one of these and you don't want to go through an auction type of process that may take time, go ahead and click buy now. And what that does is it filters out all of the NFTs that are actually for sale at this moment. So I could buy this beautiful woman here for 0.35 ETH. All I'd have to do is click buy now. But before I do that, I'm going to have to link my wallet. So let me go ahead and do that now. So here you can see there's really no account attached and there's no wallet. So let me go ahead and connect my wallet here. Click on this digital wallet icon and you choose what wallet you have. If you listen to the episode with Minty Cell, you likely have a MetaMask wallet. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my password here. Okay. And, there are scams out there. One thing I've noticed, because I actually happened to be a victim to a scam, is when I was, and I'll go into that, I'll share that story in a later episode when we talk about security and how to stay protected in this space. But one thing I missed is that when a screen popped up like this, and I went to put in my password, indeed, this fox head was not moving. And that should have been my sign that it was not a legitimate MetaMask notification box. But either way, I missed that note. So if you're clicking on that icon right in OpenSea, you're generally pretty safe. So go ahead and type in your password and click unlock. And now that will link us to the Nifty Chicks wallet. All right, so now that our wallet is linked, we don't have any NFTs at this point right now. We have actually given away an NFT, an airdrop. So we've moved that along through this wallet. So you can see your wallet. Any of your NFTs that you own are going to be here. Any NFTs that you create are going to be here. Any NFTs that you favored or you've liked can be here. Any hidden NFTs, activity, offers, listings here. Okay. So going back to the Women Rise collection, now that I've connected my wallet, I have the ability to buy. Now you'll see in my wallet at this moment, or in the Nifty Chicks wallet at this moment, we do not have enough funds. So we would need to add funds in order to buy. But if I click buy now, oh, that one has sold. Oh, nope. Okay, she is not. But there is a new one that is at the floor price of 0.35. I can go ahead and click buy now. And that would then open up the MetaMask wallet. which I'll do that and I'll show you what it looks like. So if I click buy now, it's going to pop in here. I can go ahead and hit click sign. It's going to tell me that I don't have enough funds here. So it says add funds, but I'm not going to do that right at this moment, but I just wanted to walk through that process and show you what that looks like. Okay. So if I really like this NFT, it's like, you know what, actually, no, let me find one of my favorites. Gosh, I love this purple hair. That's super fun. Love the purple hair. I love the nose ring. I love this necklace. Gosh, look at this background. I absolutely love this one. I'm going to go ahead and favorite that one. Okay. So now if I were to go to my profile and click on favorites, you should see there she is. She's beautiful. Love her. Okay, so going back to Women Rise, if I wanted to buy one, I would click this buy now and it filters out. And now I've got the floor price. I can decide what one I want to buy. If I said, you know what, I'm interested in bidding on one, you can go ahead and bid on any of them. So you can go ahead and click on this one and make an offer. And what this means is that you are going to make an offer on the NFT. Now, you can decide how long the seller has to accept the offer or decline the offer, or it can run out. But you'll notice that this is not ETH. This is WETH. That is wrapped ETH, meaning that we can do an episode on that if you are interested in understanding that, but it is listed and displayed in the resources what to do with that. It's essentially the ETH that you are willing to put up as an offer. It's not ETH. So you would need to actually transfer your ETH to WETH, and then that is what you would use to make offers on NFTs. So we can talk through how to wrap funds in a later episode, or you can check out the resources, which will walk you through how to do that too. Okay, so here, if you knew, you know what, I don't want to spend more than $500 on one of these Women Rise, you'll see that only one of them exists with a bid that is less than $500. So if you have a price range, you can go ahead and type it in there. If you said, you know what, I want to buy one that's worth more than $10,000, and you click apply, you'll see that these are all of the NFTs that are valued and listed for sale above $10,000. So if you had that money to spare, you can go ahead and filter, type in that minimum bid and check out those. Okay. Here you've got, so let me go ahead and clear that filter here. You can decide what chain you want to be purchasing and using. Again, I typically stick to Ethereum, but I do need to branch out. So if you have not branched out from Ethereum and you're like, you know what, I need to too, let's do that together. All right, on sale. You know, whether it's if you have bids on it, you'll see you can filter it by WETH. If you do not want to see the ones that have bids but are listed, you can choose that here too. Okay, so one of the fields that I want to show and talk through is the properties, because this is typically how you decide not only are you loving the art and making sure that you love the art, but the properties may be of interest to you. So I'll show you here in the properties, which you can also filter on the main screen here. These are all the various properties that the artist has deemed kind of categories or properties essentially of their NFTs. So if you knew you wanted one with, let's say, black bangs, you can filter that, and now you're only going to see NFTs with black bangs. If you knew, you said, you know what, I really love the ones that have, let's see, the cool, super cool, maybe like the underwater NFTs, the cool backgrounds. Okay, so these are all Women Rise NFTs with a underwater background. You can filter there. So one of the things to, you know, I get typically asked is like, how do I know, like, what makes some NFTs more valuable than others? So let's go ahead and pull one of these NFTs here so I can show you and walk you through the properties. Let's go sort from the highest to lowest. Usually these are, you'll find the one of ones listed when you sort the highest to lowest, or people who are just, highballing their NFT. Let's go ahead and pick one. Okay, this one. So she is actually Simone Biles, incredible gymnast. If you haven't seen her, she's gone to the Olympics many times. She's just an incredible human. So you can see that this is I believe a one of one, and you'll see that, gosh, the background, the amount of NFTs in this collection that have this background are 0.01%. It's a one of one. Same with the clothes. So this is a Simone Biles clothing. It has only 0.01% of this entire collection has this. So this is a one of one. This is your sign. If you see anything less than 1%, it is pretty highly valuable, or one of the more unique NFTs within a collection. And so as you can see with this of 0.01% across the board, man, this is a one of one. This is a super valuable NFT within the collection. Let's pull one that's a little less like that, so you can see. Okay, so this is a little bit more common, right? You've got 12% of this collection of these NFTs within this collection have deep turquoise eyes. Let's see. Wow, that's awesome. 1% have the purple scuba suit here. Only 2% of this collection have this underwater background. Let's see, 7% have the beautiful mocha skin, and 2% have the black space. Let's see, that's the hair. This hair here, the black hair. What's interesting and what catches my eye is anything at that 1% or less. And you'll see that the purple scuba suit, only 1% of this entire collection have this purple scuba suit, which is pretty rare. And same thing with this blue back, the reflection right there. This to me, it's less than 1%. This to me is a pretty valuable NFT. Anything less than 1% should perk your eyes and ears as something that may be worth looking into collecting or adding to your collection, because it's definitely in the more rare category. About Women Rise, again, there's a little description. You'll see this at the top of the collection when you're looking at the full collection. On the detail side, this is basically the under the hood information. If I were to click on this, it'll take me to the Etherscan and history of that. And you can see that this person has minted this NFT 3 months ago. She minted it directly. She or he minted it directly 3 months ago and has not sold it. If you see an NFT that is constantly being sold, listed, bought and sold, you'll see all of that activity here, but not in this particular NFT that we're looking at. But you can see that, man, they've got a lot of offers on this NFT. This collection in particular has really popped in the last month or so. And so that just brings attention and more often kind of lowball offers. But if this person, the Goon Squad, wanted to sell, they could just simply accept any of these offers. It expires. You can see that the most recent one expires in 13 hours. So she's got 13 hours left to decide whether she wants to accept this offer. And you'll see that it does state here whether that offer is a lowball offer or in line with the floor price. All right. Going back to the Women Rise collection, that takes you through a lot of the filters here and how to determine which one you want to buy. You can also buy NFTs in bundles. And of course, you know that you can sort by whatever you want here. A lot of people actually sort by recently listed. And one of the reasons that is because sometimes, unfortunately, for the seller, somebody makes a mistake. Mistakes happen, and they will accidentally list their Women Rise or their NFT for a much lower amount. Perhaps they wanted to put 1 ETH, but when you go ahead and sell an NFT, you have the option of clicking for 1 ETH. It's 1.00, but some people miss that and they put 1, and then it really results in a 0.01 ETH. So some people just sit here on the recently listed and just keep refreshing to see if any of those types of mistakes have happened. And can they score an NFT for a ridiculously cheap price because someone made that mistake? All right, so now we have explored how to find a project, how to browse various projects, how to sort through the rankings and the activity. Now at this point, I will walk you through how to create an NFT. So if I wanted to create an NFT, I can go ahead and do so here. I would go ahead and search for the picture I wanted, and I just found the picture that I wanted, and I've just added it here. So let's say I wanted to make the Nifty Chicks logo an NFT. I'm going to title it the NFT Chicks here. And then I would type in for the external link, the URL, of course, our website, the Nifty Chicks.io. There we go. Hopefully all of you who have been listeners know that. And then let's say I wanted to, and I'm going to have to actually move my microphone a little bit away from me so I can go ahead and type. Description, the best women-focused podcast about NFTs. All right. So I can then select the collection. Let's see. Say I wanted to put, let's see, this has a black background. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put background and put black. Let's say chicks color, yellow. Border color, mint. All right, so there are my properties. I'm going to leave the levels. I'm not going to make this super complicated. It is not explicit or sensitive. And right now I only have one, so I'm going to leave it as one. And now I'm going to go ahead and click create. I need to make sure that I am not a robot. All right, look, there we have it. I have just created my first NFT. Look at that. I love it. So exciting. Here she is. It is beautiful. I am so excited that I actually, full transparency, this is my first NFT that I've created, or that I've minted and created and minted. All right, so there she is, guys. There you have it. Now you know how to buy an NFT. Now you know how to mint an NFT. And of course, you can sell the NFT if you wanted to. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you enjoy exploring on OpenSea. Like I said, there are lots of awesome NFT marketplaces. This just happens to be the largest one at this time. Check out the resources tab to make sure if you have any detail or questions that you want to understand a little bit more about, there are some awesome resources built into the OpenSea website. And like I said, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope you have fun on OpenSea. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell, follow us on your favorite podcast player so you get notified on all of our latest episodes. And make sure you tell a friend. We want to spread the love, get more. Ultimately, our goal with this whole podcast is to get more women and bring more women into the NFT space. So be sure to tell your friends about what we're doing. We are a new podcast and we need everyone's help in sharing. In the meantime, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. We're also on LinkedIn now. We're going to be starting up a Discord pretty soon. We're also on Pinterest, so be sure to follow us there at the Nifty Chicks. And as always, thank you for listening to the Nifty Chicks. Remember to invest in yourself. You are worth it.